Mobile Geezer here with my review of the Asus Zenfone 2 2GB version. This is the ZE550ML model. Comes with a 5.5-inch display. Resolution is 720 by 1280, but the display is quite nice. Comes with Corning Gorilla Glass 3 and the Asus Zen UI. Asus Zen UI might remind you a little of TouchWiz, but it's nowhere near as heavy, and it comes with some features that are quite nice. As far as the layout, there are no buttons on the left side of the phone. Also, no buttons on the right side. The power button is on top, along with your earphone jack. Bottom, you've got your micro USB and your microphone. This Zenfone 2 is built on an Intel Atom Z3560 processor, one of the first with an Intel processor. Your capacitive buttons, your back button, your home button, and your menu button. Looking around back, you can see the nice speaker grill, but don't let it fool you. There's a tiny speaker on the left side, and that's all. Little Asus branding, and you've got your volume button in the back, maybe borrowed from the G4. The removable backplate comes in yellow, light blue, dark blue, pink, light red, dark red, white, black, and purple. Looking on the back, we've got our tray for our SIM card and for our SD card. You can have up to 64 gigabyte SD card. Battery is not removable. It's a 3000 milliamp battery, so it should sustain you throughout the day. A few cool things you can do with finger gestures. When the screen is off, if you type a W, it takes you straight into the browser. Now if we go back and turn it off again, type V, takes you straight into the dialer. And turning it off once again, make a C on the screen, takes you straight into the camera. Some of that is pretty cool. Also, those gestures are customizable, so you can change them and apply them the way you would like. Of course, it's Android Lollipop, so you can pull down the menu for your quick settings. And you go into the regular settings, you've got the standard Lollipop menu with a little Zen UI thrown in for good measure. A lot of options here, though. Is where you can set up letters that you want to draw on the screen to open up which apps. There's also the Asus Customize menu, which can allow you to customize things to your liking. I wanted to give you an idea of how it compares in size with some other phones. So Idle 3. Pretty close to the same size, the Zenfone being a little slimmer. Here it is next to my Note 3. Screen size, the Note 3 is a little bit larger. And finally, here it is compared to my iPhone 6 Plus, of course, which is much bigger. Oh, and regarding the volume up and down buttons, they're kind of flush and flat on the surface. You can turn up and down, but they should have raised them a bit more. Some reviewers have been complaining about the power on switch being on top. It doesn't bother me. A nice feature is that you can double tap the screen to wake it up. The camera takes quite nice video, better than I thought. Overall, the video is pretty good. Looking at the camera settings, pretty standard, but there's a lot you can do to change the settings on this camera. You can customize it pretty much to your liking. Lots of modes to choose from: auto, HDR, beautification, low light, night, depth of field, effect, selfie, GIF, animation, panorama, miniature, time rewind, smart remove, all smiles, and time lapse. So there's a lot you can do. The rear-facing camera on the Zenfone 2 is a 13 megapixel. Here's some pictures on the phone that I've taken earlier, and they came out pretty good. I wouldn't use HDR mode in bright sunlight though. And here's a video I took down by the Tennessee River, and I was fairly impressed with how well it came out. No HDR on this phone, so you're either using a tripod or you're going to deal with the shaking when you're holding it. Now this video I was using a tripod when I recorded it. The still I took in our backyard of some flowers, and the detail came out pretty good. Finally, there's gaming. And here I am doing Asphalt 8. Gaming on this thing is pretty good. I'll let you judge for yourself. Gee, I crashed. What a surprise. By the way, I forgot to mention, the front-facing camera is 5 megapixel and it takes some pretty nice selfies. The sound quality with the rear-facing speaker is about what you'd expect. And the call quality is quite good. Anyway, that's about it for the Zenfone 2 2GB version. I would highly recommend this phone to just about anybody, unless you were looking for the S6, the LG G4, or a very top high-end spec phone. This is a great phone for $199. If you like this video, folks, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to me on the channel. Thanks.